What is up, Packer fans, football fans from everywhere? It doesn't matter if you're a Packer fan or whatever, you hear that sound, it gives you goosebumps. Packers, Bears, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 week, baby. 1 week from now, we get to all enjoy the sweet sound of Fox football. Packers, Bears, 4:25. Cannot wait. I'm so pumped. Anyways, guys, in this video, I want to talk about the leg up that the Packer fans that really nobody's talking about. So, what is Jordan Love's leg up that nobody really is talking about? That should have everybody excited. It has me excited. I'm super pumped about the Jordan Love era to begin, the Matt LaFleur era to begin there in Green Bay. So, young core. But can we just, for a moment, just talk about, Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers comes in and replaces Super Bowl champ, three-time MVP Brett Favre. Imagine the weight that is on his shoulders with that. And then you've got Jordan Love entering, replacing Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl champ, four-time MVP, right? So ridiculous the amount of pressure that is there. Is Jordan Love going to be the guy that's going to continue the era of dominance, the decade of dominance in the NFC North over the Chicago Bears? I say the Chicago Bears because that's who we played week one. So is he going to be the guy to continue that era of dominance? Time will tell. I'm super pumped. But I really want to, in this video, I want to break down, there's a huge leg up that nobody's talking about that Jordan Love has, that a lot of quarterbacks in this league that have taken over for greatness. What I mean by that is, guys that have stepped into the role of, filling in a Peyton Manning's shoes or a Joe Montana's shoes or whatever. You just name the all-time greats, right? So Jordan Love is not feeling the huge weight of pressure in that, it's, and we're going to dive into it. But anyways, let's talk about first. Let's look at what Aaron Rodgers is quoted as saying in an article. He said, "It's only as big as you make it in your mind," right? So true, and who better to do that than Aaron Rodgers? So Aaron Rodgers, he's a special dude. He's a unique guy. He's a guy that doesn't easily get rattled. And I love, and I'm encouraged the fact that Jordan Love has been watching Aaron Rodgers for the last 3 years, a guy that's very cool and calm in the pocket, that doesn't easily get rattled. So he's been watching Aaron Rodgers and how he's handled pressure and how he handled following the footsteps in the shadow of Brett Favre. And, just created his own path, his own story, and his own, paved his own way. So what else did Aaron Rodgers say? And this is the quote that has me super excited, and that I think that Jordan Love has this big leg up over a lot of those greats that I mentioned. Aaron Rodgers says, "You feel the enormity of how the expectations are in Titletown, but it never feels like this incredible weight, especially on a young team. Not a lot of those guys played with me for a lot of years. It's a really young team, so there's not a lot of deep-seated group of 4 or 5 guys that were with me for so long. That's the nature of the NFL. There's so much turnover, so it's never going to feel like this overwhelming sense of, how do I fill this guy's shoes?" Love the quote. And when I read it, I just had this aha moment of like, oh my gosh, why is nobody talking about this? Why is nobody talking about the fact that this is Jordan Love's team, period? There's not the group of 4 or 5 guys that Aaron Rodgers were talking about that, you've got these core group of like, oh, you know what? Aaron Rodgers did it this way, or, that's not what Aaron Rodgers did, or that's not how he did this. This is Jordan Love's team. He's going to write his own story. He's going to write his own chapter, right? And as we quoted Aaron Jones as saying, what a leader, what a good role model on and off the field, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones was like, you know what? Our backs are against the wall. Nobody believes in us. We're writing our own story. And that's so true because they are so young. So Jordan Love is not going to be feeling the pressure as most quarterbacks that step into a role that Jordan Love is going to. He's not feeling that same weight, that same pressure. I think it's a huge leg up. It's a huge leg up. So Aaron Rodgers also said, "Hey, the shoes are never too big as you think. It's never as big as you think they are, um, and the crown is never as heavy as you think it is." So he's just trying to encourage Jordan Love. He's saying that, "Hey, listen, this guy's going to be just fine. I've watched this guy play. I've seen how he's performed." And let's look at another quote that he said. He said, "Rodgers pointed to Love's work last year and the start of this year with quarterbacks coach Tom Clements as the reason, for his growth. As we all know, the year before coming into last year, everybody was like, oh my gosh, Jordan Love looks like a different guy. We all saw it in preseason. And then when he came in against that Philly series or two, he looked super good. He looked confident. He didn't look like the weight of the pressure was on him. So let's dive into what did Aaron Rodgers' numbers look like when he stepped into that role of being under Brett Favre for 3 years? What did it look like for him in 2008? Aaron Rodgers threw for 4,038 yards passing, 28 touchdowns, 13 picks, almost a 94% completion percentage. Those numbers are off the charts. But you know what? You know what the record was that year in 2008? They finished third in the division with an abysmal 6-10 record. Okay, so for me, I would much rather Jordan Love finish with 2,038 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 13 picks. I'd be super happy with that if the record was flopped and then they were 11-6. It's not going to be 11-6, but even if they got 10 wins, I would be super excited for that. And here's some optimism. The Detroit Lions are rebuilding. They're obviously past that hump. Everybody's thinking that they're going to be the divisional winners, but Detroit's going to find a way to lose. Chicago is rebuilding, and Green Bay is rebuilding. Okay, so Jordan Love, this is his fourth year in the league. I love that this is his team, that this is such a young core. In fact, they're the youngest team in the NFL. And then the New York Jets, even with 39-year-old Aaron Rodgers there, is the second youngest team in the NFL. So I love the fact that Aaron Rodgers took Randall Cobb with him. Lazard was a little bit, a veteran of sorts. But I love that he took the vets with him because now we've kind of mitigated any potential, hiccups that we could have along the lines of like, hey, you know what, Aaron Rodgers did it this way or whatever. So anyways, guys, I hope that has you guys encouraged. It has me encouraged. But I'm going to send you off on this. I'm going to send you off with some goosebumps because I cannot wait for the Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, 1 week, go Pack.